F-bombers, what's up? What's up? Not the WWE pay-per-view race, that's what's up, not up. Now, we're here to talk about why the WWE product itself has slipped down, why it's not producing as good quality as it has done in the past few years, and why they're losing money, respect, and pay-per-view buy rates. Let's get straight down to it. Okay then. So, as we all know, WWE pay-per-views have slipped down significantly, about 20% I do believe, and the reason for this, why, you can't really blame it. I guess you could blame it on the PG era. You could say that all the things to do with the PG era and how there's no blood or violence or anything like that. Simple matter is, it's not. The reason is because WWE creative sucks balls. Yes, okay, this is the truth. You, the viewer, you know that. You're smart. You know that WWE creative are just lacking. They haven't done good since about 2006. Ever since then, they have been really, really bad compared to their past milestones, like the Attitude Era. And let's talk about that. Okay, the reason why the Attitude Era was so successful was because it was doing something new. It introduced the blood, the sex, the outrageous stuff back into wrestling, and you see, people were saying that, well, the Attitude Era should be in now. You see, people were already used to these outrageous things, and now that just would not work in this time period, in this era of life. Now, let's go back to 1999, see, we had all the sex, all the blood, all the violence, and what then will not work now. It will not stand the test of time. Now, the Attitude Era was probably, arguably, the greatest success of the WWE. Merchandise went up, ratings went up. Let's cut to the PG era now. Ratings went down, money sort of went down when it came to the adult fans. Now, the PG era was established because pretty much one of the reasons was Linda McMahon. She was running for Senate, as you will know, and basically it would look good for her if she was in cahoots with a TV-14 company, so they reduced it down to PG. And obviously this would make sense on paper now, wouldn't it? I mean, think of it. Let's say you're Vince McMahon. One of your wife, she was running for Senate. This could boost her chances, and also merchandise would go up. More kids would watch it. You'd introduce a younger generation. Oh, so much more money. And now you see, WWE took a big risk here. But the thing is, it did not work. And why it did not work is because WWE creative team, they are not producing quality storylines, okay? What have we got now? We got Mark Henry and Carly doing a dance-off against the Usos. Who the fuck wants to watch that? You don't, I don't. Maybe the kids do, but I'm pretty sure they prefer to see some, good old blood and violence. I'm pretty sure they would prefer to see that than having two sweaty old men just dance. I mean, back in 2007, the great Carly was a monster. He dominated. He might not have been the best technical wrestler of all time, but he pretty much dominated the WWE. And now look at him now. He's doing dance-offs. Why a creative team? Why? Okay? The reason why the buy rates have been slipping, one of the reasons, is because your characters just, you don't stick to the good characters, okay? Which would you rather have, a Punjabi playboy or a dominant monster? Which one makes more sense? Which one's more entertaining, you know? Oh my, and so the creative team need to pull their heads out of their asses and realize that, well, let's just say this, okay? You people, well, not you, but a lot of people are saying that WWE should return to Attitude Era, and I've said that this would not work right now. And basically, the thing is though, it's not just the blood and violence, it's that the creative team are not sticking to the characters. One, they're not building the titles up, if you know what I mean. Like, basically, they're not giving long reigns or making the storylines, the feuds about the titles, which is what they should do. They need to stop sugarcoating the promos as well. It's annoying as hell when, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, this is one of the biggest tragedies in a WWE promo. Not as bad as Katie Vick, but still, this tormented me. This left a mental scar in my mind for the rest of my life. That is that John Cena called someone a turd burglar. The fuck does that mean? They steal turd? That's not an insult. What happened to the John Cena that could, talk trash? He rapped, he took the piss out of every single superstar he fought against before a match by rapping against them, Once again, they did not stick to their character, and that's why it is not entertaining. That is why the buy rates have been slipping. It's because they just take their characters and tone them down into this, you turd burger. Ugh. Anyway, let's move on, okay? I've just got a mini rant here, and I just want to say, excuse me for my language here, the fuck WWE have you done to my boy Randy Orton, okay? Back in 2006, that character of Randy Orton, he was my favorite wrestler, he was just so good at performing his gimmick. Now, now he's a viper, a psychopath, he performed this well back in late 2008. That rhymed. Anyway, he performed it back in late 2008, but he performed that good, but now not only does he not spend as much time on the mic, he doesn't perform as well on the mic or in the ring, okay? This is also the same thing that what happened to John Cena back in about 2003, 2004, 2005, around then. And basically what they did is they took a wrestler with movesets, a good moveset, and they turned it down to a wrestler with a maximum 8 moves. WWE back in 2004, Randy Orton he had a great moveset, Now he has 8 moves basically. I don't know. Let's just go through his list, shall we? He has the angle slam, Y, power slam, Sometimes he does a power bomb, an RKO, a punch to the head, a neck breaker, spike DDT, punches if that counts, and yeah, that's about it. 8 moves. What? Back in, and same thing for John Cena. Now he has a limited moveset. Back in his debut against Kurt Angle and in his OVW days, he had a great moveset. He wasn't the best. He wasn't as good as people like Chris Benoit, Kurt Angle, and that. But he was good. And you could see that he had a bright future coming up in the WWE, and now obviously he's going to be a Hall of Famer. They're going to compare him to the likes of Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and if they stuck with his good moveset and they did continue on with the rapper gimmick or the Thugonomics gimmick, then we all possibly in the IWC would respect him. But the thing is, we don't. And that, my fellow F-bombers, is why the WWE buy rates have been slipping down, is because they do not stick true to their characters and they reduce the movesets. You better get this right, WWE. You better fix it. Otherwise, it'll be too late. Subscribe, comment, and adios.